retold by S.E. Schlosser, illustrated by Paul G. Huffman. Now I'm just going to read the back to you. Okay. Let's get a little bit tingly here. I want to get some real good tingles from this mic right now. Unfold a camp chair. Huddle close to the fire, and get ready for 30 creepy tales of ghostly hauntings, eerie happenings, and other strange occurrences from times past. Set deep in the woods where no sane person would dare to go, along murky, bottomless lakes, and on cobblestone streets that empty before sundown. These stories in this entertaining and compelling collection will have you looking over your shoulder again and again. Bone-chilling, frightful folklore traditions are kept alive in these excerpt retellings by master storyteller S.E. Schlosser. And through artist Paul Hoffman's evocative illustrations, you'll meet ghosts and ghosts and witches. Hear things that go bump in the night and feel an icy wind on the back of your neck, even as you inch closer to the crackling, glowing embers. Whether read in a group around the campfire on a dark and silent night, or alone with a flashlight from the safety of your sleeping bag, this is a collection to treasure. So these are short excerpts of longer stories, which is kind of cool because you can like read multiple of them, like with your friends or for the purposes of ASMR videos. I can read, one or two or maybe even three in a video. So I would like to do more videos with this book. For now, I am going to read maybe two, maybe one. We'll see. I marked a couple places. Let's get close. I'm actually gonna set the mic down and get really close to you, okay? Okay. I hope this stays. I'll get this to stay. There we go. Don't mind my, room behind me. As always, it's like all my shit everywhere. Okay. Is this close? Close enough? Probably too close. Too close. How close is too close? Let's read the music lesson. She had not been studying organ long, but already she loved it passionately and was contemplating a musical career when she herself, lifting her chin and straightening her shoulders. The girl marched bravely into the lonely, echoing church. Its huge stained glass windows loomed dark and bleak in the twilight, and she could hear every footstep ringing through the sanctuary as she walked. It was so very large and so very empty. Anything might be hidden in the dark shadows that lurked in each corner. She quickened her pace. The girl began to relax when she reached the spiral staircase leading up to the organ, and she gave a sigh of relief when she parted the velvet curtain at the top of the staircase and stepped into the loft. She put her books down and arranged herself on the bench, shivering a little in the sudden cold that swept around her. It was strange to feel such a chilly breeze on such a warm night in summer, she thought, feeling spooked. The girl was about to put her feet on the pedals when suddenly a single pure note came from the organ. She froze in place and stared wide-eyed at the keyboard, which had just played all by itself. The chill around her increased perceptibly. Shudders of cold and fear shook from head to toe. In that moment, she was convinced that she was not alone in the echoing darkness of the empty church. A sudden movement by the velvet curtain caught her eye, and she turned her head. Standing in front of the curtain was a poor middle-aged woman in a long light blue dress. The woman was flickering slightly in and out of existence like a bad film strip, and she was translucent. The girl could see the velvet curtain right through the phantom's body. The woman seemed to be staring at something or someone sitting on the bench with the girl. Chills went up the girl's spine as she remembered the strange note that had come unaided from the organ. Convinced that she was occupying the same space as a ghostly organ student about to have a music lesson, the girl leapt to her feet and fled for the spiral staircase, even though that meant heading straight toward the other phantom. Head down, eyes on the floor, the other girl ran through the flickering woman blocking the velvet curtain. For a moment, she was eclipsed by a terrible cold that made her limbs shake. Her stomach was doing flip-flops of sheer terror. Then she was racing down the staircase, across the echoing aisles of the chapel, and out to the archways toward safety and the school. She told the whole story to her house mistress, even drawing a picture of the flickering phantom, flickering phantom, flickering phantom, flickering phantom, who was quickly identified as one of the founders of the school. The girl absolutely refused to go back to fetch her organ music, which was left in the loft until the next morning, and she never played the organ again. Let me know what you guys think of that spooky campfire story. If you would like some more, let me know. I hope this video gave you some terrifying tingles, terrifying, relaxing tingles. I will see you again. Be sure to like, comment, friends.